Today is the day that I put as many of my adult responsibilities on the back burner as I can possibly get away with so I can go through every stitch of clothing that I own. Hey everyone, it's Aubrey, recovering perfectionist, queen of distraction. If you've been with me for a while, you probably know that I've been living by Courtney Carver's Project 333 system when it comes to my clothing for the last few years now. It has absolutely streamlined and simplified my wardrobe and made getting dressed in the morning generally a breeze. But despite my good efforts to do a little decluttering as I phase into new seasons of wardrobes and whatnot, I know that there are certain things that I don't necessarily love that I end up just putting off for another season. But today is the day that I'm going to really get in there, and in like true Marie Kondo fashion, I'm taking everything out of my closet, whether it's in season or out of season for me. It's getting piled on my bed, and not just things that are part of my everyday wardrobe, but I'm talking like socks, underwear, bras, pajamas, because I've really started to feel overwhelmed by my wardrobe again, and I don't like that. And going through my clothes today is really tying into my big goal that I have for the year of just addressing the entire house over the course of the year. And today is day one where I'm really just getting into the house and trying to purge everything that no longer serves us. So day one of my ultimate house declutter is clothing. Okay, so this is definitely one of those situations where it's like, oh, I didn't really realize how much I actually had. I guess it's one of those things, like it puts things into perspective. So normally when I go through my clothes and I'm creating a capsule wardrobe for whatever season is happening at the moment, I go through and think like, okay, what do I want to bring with me? Is there anything that I want to part with? But this is obviously a much larger scale, so I'm going to, try and implement the Marie Kondo, like, does this bring joy? Does it not bring joy? But then also I was watching a couple of videos from Dawn, the Minimal Mom, recently, and she was talking about the no sevens rule. And basically, if you're rating your stuff on a scale from 1 to 10, you're not allowed to have any sevens. If it lands in the sevens category, it's a no. Basically, a 7 is, you like it enough to hang on to it, but you don't like it enough to actually wear it. So anything 7 and below goes, anything 8 or higher, I guess I get to keep. There are some things that I know off the top of my head I would rate currently a 7, but it's because of how I'm styling them. And I think that I might end up having this project follow me into the weekend. My friend is going to be coming over, so I think that I will ask her for some insight on some certain things. So I guess first things first, I'm going to just go through this pile and not put too much thought into it. Just kidding, that's a lie. I'm going to overthink this entire day. It's going to be exhausting, but let's get started. Whoa, you put the yoga mat up there. That's silly. I'm starting to feel hangry. I need to take a break. We're gonna go have some lunch. BRB. Okay, so I have had some food, and what I have kind of decided to do is just to see where I'm at. Like anything that's a hard no, I'm putting in a basket. I have like an I don't know pile, but really anything else I'm just categorizing for right now, just to kind of see where I'm at, see how much I have of, any given item category. I'm gonna stop talking. Let's do this. Okay, so I've categorized everything. I've got all my shoes. I even went to the extent of bringing my rain boots and my Crocs that I just let live on the back porch. I brought those inside. I've got pajamas, pullover, sweater things, sweaters that don't pull over, workout gear, purses, hats, long sleeve shirts, swimsuits, outerwear, sweatshirts, things with buttons that aren't sweaters, dresses, rompers, overalls and jeans, shorts, tank tops. Did I already say tank tops? I don't remember. And then I have a pile of painting clothes. So far, the only things that I have in my like definite no basket, these slippers, toes are millimeters, if not less, away from like actually touching the floor. So I'm just gonna throw those away. But then I'm looking at this. This was a shirt of my mom's, and yeah, just kidding, I don't like it. This button-up dress my mom got me, it's just, I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. I'd say like, I'd rate it a 5, not I can't keep it. This black beanie makes me look like a burglar, so I'm parting with that. The super cute fuzzy polar bear thing sock, I'm not going to wear these, so I'm not even going to bother taking the tags off. I will, somebody else will get much joy out of those. And then I have had this black Old Navy vest. I need to check the pockets, make sure I didn't like accidentally leave some money in there. I've had this like almost 10 years now, and it's been a wonderful staple, but I haven't grabbed for it really in the last couple of years. And one thing that I started doing again recently that had worked really well for me in the past, like as far as gauging what things I'm actually wearing and what I'm not, at the beginning of every season, I started turning my hangers around so I would see what I was wearing and what I wasn't. Like as things came down, I'd hang them back up, the regular direction. This black vest from fall and then so far this winter has not been touched. Goodbye, Old Navy vest. This is so far what we're working with for the no basket. And then, this is the part where I like really have to start thinking about things. I'm trying to decide like what would be the easiest thing for me to do, like for my mental well-being. And I think that I'm going to start with my pajamas. Okay, so I know that what I do have for pajamas, I wear on a regular basis. Like I wear all of the pajamas that I have, but this pair, sometimes I just get tangled up in it. Like the legs are too big and it gets twisted up and it's weird and I wake up like angry. Same thing with this shirt. So I'm going to part with those. Where's my no basket? There it is. And then there are a lot of things like pants like these that don't have a matching top. Like this is a set. I think that I have an excess of pajama shirts where they're just basically t-shirts that I have a hard time parting with. So I'm going to give each pair of pants that I have one shirt mate. And I think that everything else, like I need to be realistic about the amount of t-shirts that are not being worn in my drawers, because I have started to notice recently that the drawer that I keep all of that stuff in, and it is like one of the larger drawers in my dresser, I've been having a hard time closing that. So that's that. But first, this nightgown my mom gave me, a very cute cottagecore vibe. One time I put it on, like just to put it on. I do not like wearing nighties to bed because I don't like my thighs touching. Anyway, my husband, he said, "Whose coffin did you get that out of?" And I thought that was funny. Maybe it would be a fun Halloween costume. Can you see my eyes? It is very thin. This was one of my favorite shirts my senior year of high school, and I have just kept it over the years to validate that I can still fit into it. But just every time I do wear this, it's like my eyes aren't the only thing you can see through there, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna let that go. Alrighty, now look at that. 6 days of pajamas, that's fine. A lot of times, like on nights that I shower and I'm clean throughout the night, I will rewear the pajamas the following day. And then I did decide to just hang on to a plain black t-shirt just for like exercising and stuff, because I don't have any t-shirts to go with my exercise wear. And then also something that I could wear with these bike shorts during the summer, and then sweats. So that will go in the other drawer. But this feels much better. Sweaters. Ooh, good gravy. Okay. This really should be pretty easy because I know my favorites. I love you. I love you. Okay, so this is one of those things, and like the one that I was specifically thinking of that I like, but I feel like I've just been wearing this with leggings and it just feels very drab, but I do like this style. I feel like it's a classy style that I need to be wearing with like jeans and a shirt underneath with like the collar sticking out. So I do have a linen button up that I'm gonna try with this. So this sweater, it's hard because style-wise, I want to rate it as like an 8 or a 9 because it's the same style as this. I love wearing it with leggings, but the color is like a 5 on me. But I love it during the fall. It's just hashtag fall vibes. But maybe I just part with this while it's still in decent condition. Somebody else can get some life out of it. And I will get another sweater another time that I feel like actually looks good on me. I feel like my longer sweaters, I've been like, I kind of want to part with them, but also it's one of those like, I might want a long sweater in the spring. And then for workout gear, I literally just have like 2 pairs of 3/4 length pants and then this bra. Like the bra goes cute with both of them. I have been very good about exercising for like 16 days in a row now, and having 2 pairs of pants and 1 bra works just fine. There are certain exercises that aren't super disgusting that like I'll rewear the pants for a day. I'll wear the bra 3 or 4 times before I actually wash it. Like I'm not doing anything super grueling that has me like dripping sweat all over everything. So that's that. For layering under sweaters like year round, which I have these nursing camis that I'm still wearing even though I have not breastfed in over a year. So there's part of me that would love to toss these and get something else, but they still work. Again, it's kind of one of those things like it's not really in good enough condition to where I'd want to pass it on to somebody. Like the armpits are all gross and they're kind of stretched out. And so I think that it's one of those things that I will just wear the life out of until I, replace it with something similar. So bathing suits, I have upgraded to a 1-piece a few years ago after dude number 2. And I love these 2. The Kona Soul swimsuits from Target, I really have liked them. But before a trip to Vegas that I went on in the summer with my cousins, I bought myself a bikini. I did not end up wearing said bikini, but it's a goal. It's a goal that I'm going to hang on to for at least this year. If I do not feel confident wearing it by the time this summer rolls around, like considering that I am like actively exercising, I'm just going to part with it. I mean, honestly, I don't know what I'm trying to prove, but I guess we're going to see what happens. We'll see if this is still in my wardrobe in a few months from now. So rompers. This thing I absolutely love. Some people have had mixed feelings about the fabric, saying that it is really loud. I love the grandma's curtain vibes from this thing. I've had this for several years. It's polyester. It does not breathe, but I love it in the spring. This I'm hanging on to. This was very cute in the pictures. I got it from ThredUp. It was unfortunately final sale, but it was a price that I was willing to risk it. It is way too large. I look like a 5-year-old wearing her 10-year-old sister's clothes back in the 90s. So I have a friend who might be able to fit into this. I'm too short for it. So letting go of that. And then this is my dad's welding flannel from when he was a very different size than he is now. It's just like, it's so weird to imagine that he fit in this once upon a time. Anyway, like I wore this a lot in high school, and it's much more of like a sentimental item. And this is one of those things, like I only think of it when I pull it out and then I put it away because I'm not wearing it. Maybe I should try it on and see how I feel about it. I mean, it's been a minute. This dress is one that my mom gave to me, and it's cute. I wore it a lot when I was pregnant, actually. It's not really my style. I feel like I looked way cuter in it when I was pregnant. Like if I wear it in the summer, just the dark color attracts so much heat. It doesn't breathe well. And I know this was a questionable item for me back in like last spring or summer when I made my capsule wardrobe. My mom said that my grandma told her to never get rid of this dress. And naturally I adapted that mentality, but it's just not doing it for me. So I'm going to ask her if she would like to find somebody else who she thinks might like this. Otherwise, I'm going to let it go. Sorry, Mom. I have these Madewell stovepipe jeans that, like, they look really cute on. Like, there's just a weird, like, ever so slight flare that looks really silly. I think I'm gonna try and sell these. Okay, outerwear. This coat I really, really love. It's just, the quality is not there anymore. It's ripped, it's stained. I was trying to validate keeping it for a functional item for spring, but I know that there are probably other things that I'll end up gravitating towards. So this I'm going to part with. My shacket, I think that this will end up being my spring coat instead of the brown one. I'm kind of over it. It's a little bit more oversized than I wanted. Again, this was like something that I bought secondhand that I wasn't able to return. And it's on my to part with list, but again, it's one of those things like I'm just going to use it while I have it because it is functional, but in the future I would like to replace this with something else. And then my lighter winter jacket just tore. I'm going to try and fix it. This wool coat that my mom just gave me, I don't know about, and I also don't, I need to decide which one of these I want to keep. Like this one I like, but it's polyester, and I'm really looking for like a heavy actual wool coat that will actually keep me warm and isn't made of plastic. Of course, like this is the one that looks the cutest on me. Okay, moving on to shoes. Still wearing this coat because I'm cold. My hunter boots are absolutely disgusting. They are a functional item for outside. I would like to get a nicer pair that I can wear out and about on rainy days, in the Pacific Northwest. Having a pair of rain boots is a necessity. My disgusting Crocs that were very cute once upon a time. These boots I absolutely live in this time of year. My snow boots, it's been really cold, no snow, but we've been experiencing freezing temps for the last couple weeks, so I've been wearing those a ton. Let's see. Water shoes. Hey, Buggy. My Old Navy flip-flops. I've had these ones since 2014. I thought that they were too small, so I got myself the next size up, and those are too big. So I'm just going to get rid of those two and force myself to buy a newer pair of flip-flops. These flats I like. I've got these flats. I got these black sandals over the summer. I really love these. And then these I got from Target a few years ago. I like them, but I just don't end up wearing them like I imagine. So I'm going to part with those. Those ones just aren't very comfortable. I would like to get the brown, like cognac color of these sandals again to replace those. My floral Vans are a must. And then, yes, I do have two pairs of the same shoe. These are my backup pair for when the current pair that I have in rotation wear out. This is my second pair or third pair of these. I flip and love them. And then I forgot, my mother-in-law did get me like the regular Champion Keds, which I do love. I wanted the canvas, but she got me the leather, which is totally fine. I'll end up wearing these most likely throughout the spring, and then I might end up getting a canvas pair to have for summer, just for a little bit more breathability. But I'm just, really, I've got a lot of stock in the leather Ked department right now. These slippers, again, slippers that have seen better days, so you okay? I'm just gonna toss those. Okay, so with underwear, basically the things that I'm parting with are things that I just generally find uncomfortable. There's a couple bras that I had gotten from Target that I wanted to return, but they were like, just keep them. And then I was like, okay, well, I have them. I guess I'll wear it even though it doesn't fit me great. So I've just hung on to stuff, like underwear that I find myself constantly adjusting. That's annoying. There are certain things that I don't wear all the time. Like I have some shapewear and a pair of tights that I really don't ever wear, but I feel like those are just staples that are nice to have on hand for, you know, situations that might arise where I do need to wear such things. And then like I need to try on this bra and see if that fits since I'm losing weight. But basically like I need to go bra shopping. Things are sparse. And then, you know, like as far as underwear goes, there are certain things that I'm wearing more during certain times of the year versus others. Like what I'm wearing with jeans is not what I'm wearing with dresses. Good grief, this is a process, but it feels good. I'm shocked at how much I am actually like ready to get rid of, and I still want to kind of do like a once through with everything again. Is that going to be today? I don't know. How long is this stuff going to live in my room in disarray? Time will tell. Okay, so I took a break. I completed what I could of a puzzle that I've been trying to finish since I was like 8 years old. And honestly, I was procrastinating getting back to this. My husband and Alec went to go and get my oldest Jackson from school. So I have a chunk of time right now where I can actually like finish a thought process. And I was able to get things put away, like my pajamas, socks, underwear, workout wear, stuff like that. But now I'm at this point where it's like all of my clothes are out. It's winter time. How do I go about putting all of this back? I was initially thinking that I was going to go through everything again and like, you know, is this a 7 or below, or is this a 7 or above? And I know that when I went through everything, even though I wasn't necessarily rating everything on that system, in my head, I knew what I was realistically wearing and what I wasn't. So I guess like right now I'm deciding, do I put this all away like Marie Kondo style? Do I hang everything up like how she says all of your clothes should be able to get hung in your closet or go in your dresser? I don't want to do that. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out my winter pieces that I have from my winter capsule wardrobe, get those things put away, and then decide how I'm going to go about putting away all of my out of season stuff. In the past, I've had everything crammed into a blue storage IKEA bag. That's worked well. So I'm going to stop talking for a bit and just get to putting things away. And hopefully the less that's out here, the less I will feel overwhelmed and crippled by. So here we go. Sure, come here. What do you want to do, pigs or kittens? This little kitty went to market. This little kitty stayed home. This little kitty had canned food, and this little kitty had none. And this little kitty went meow, 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 all the way home. What? This one? Pigs or kittens? Pigs. Kittens again. This little kitty went to market. This little kitty stayed home. This little kitty had canned food, and this little kitty had none. And this little kitty went meow, 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 all the way home.
No, you do that.
I did them all.
This one.
Again?
Two.
it could be cute, but also like, no. My mom was like 97 pounds when she wore this. Also, I feel like I look like Jerry Seinfeld in the pirate shirt episode. So I'm gonna list this on Mercari and Poshmark and see if somebody wants a fun Gunny Sacks vintage lace blouse thing. This I wanted to try on one last time before committing to parting with it, and I am going to hang on to it just for now, because I do like it. I know I'm not a 100% huge fan of the color, but it is right now the only long fall-ish sweater that I have. So I'm going to keep it for when fall time rolls around, and then just in the meantime being on the lookout for a longer fall vibey sweater that I do like more. But this is a thing, like, if I have other things that can do the job, I will part with the things that I don't typically gravitate towards. But this, I know that I did wear it on a very regular basis. So it wasn't something that I was like keeping just because it was like actually getting used. So that's my thoughts on that. Also, okay, so this coat that my mom gave me, I don't like that these embellishments are only on the right side and not over here, because like I don't want to wear it closed. I like the look of it open. I do like that there's a hood. It is primarily polyester, which is not what I'm looking for in a wool coat, but I do think that this would be okay for the cooler but not totally cold days that we experience in spring and fall. So I think that I'm going to just let this follow me into spring, see what happens. If I don't find myself reaching for it, then I think that I'll probably end up parting with it, and I won't let it linger any longer than it needs to. Okay, this red wool pea coat, it fits well until I put a sweater on underneath it. Then the arms get a little bit tight. This really isn't a color that I'm super drawn towards, but my mom likes red so much that she had 2 of them in her wardrobe at one point. I think... I don't know what I think, honestly. Tell me, what do you think of this? It's a high wool content, so fabric-wise, it's exactly what I'm looking for. Fit-wise, I really like it. I do wish that maybe it was a size bigger. It was free, but I just know that when it really came down to it, and even looking at the stuff in my wardrobe, I grabbed my navy blue wool coat before I reached for this. So I have mixed feelings. Like, do I just hang on to it until next winter to see if I wear it? Okay, I'm back from looking at myself in the mirror, and even though it's not a color that I'm traditionally drawn towards, I actually really feel very cute in this, like even just with my Levi's. So I think that I'm going to hang on to it. It's just going to be there in my closet. If I want to wear it, it's there. And then I think that if next year winter rolls around and I haven't worn it, I will decide to part with it. But for right now, since it is so new to me and I've literally only had it 2 days, I'm going to give it a chance before I decide to part with it. So this one, it definitely fits better. I have more wiggle room in the arms, but it is not the wool content that I'm looking for in a winter jacket, and the style just like, I'm not super drawn towards it. So this one I'm going to part with, see if a friend wants it. And let's see, is there anything else that I still need to try on? I think so. Okay, so this striped sweater, I know that I had talked about wearing this with like a collared shirt underneath, but when you wear a collared shirt underneath, the bottom part needs to stick out or else it looks weird. And this is just one of those shirts that like I need to be able to tuck in just because of the length. And I just feel like it makes me look frumpy. I want to like it, but I don't feel a huge love towards it anymore. So I'm going to let this go. Okay, so I had a thought. These are the stovepipe Madewell jeans that I was talking about getting rid of. I am not a huge fan of the weird little flare at the bottom, but I actually wear these jeans all the time during like the spring and the fall. I wear them a lot with flats, and I've always felt like, oh, I wish I could wear these with sneakers or my boots and have it not look weird. But I was thinking that now that I have these Champion Keds, it's just a little bit more of a delicate sneaker versus my current Keds that I have. And I do think that this sneaker with these jeans actually looks really cute. The flare really doesn't bother me. So I'm going to hang on to these. I'm glad I thought of that because like they're Madewell jeans, and Madewell jeans are expensive, and I don't want to just like get rid of them or try and sell them when I could be getting lots of wears out of them. So that's that. I did it. This is everything that I am parting with. This box has things that I'm going to try and sell, things that I know that my friends aren't going to want. This is the box of everything that I will run past my friends before I part with. Anything that they don't want that I think I might be able to sell on Mercari or Poshmark, I'll end up posting. If it doesn't sell in a reasonable period of time, I'll end up just donating, or I might just bag everything up and post it in one of the Buy Nothing groups on Facebook. I absolutely love parting with things like that. There's just nothing like being like, hey, does anybody want this? Please come and pick it up off my porch. Like, you don't have to drive around with boxes of stuff in the trunk of your car for months or anything. And then this bag is just full of everything that's really stained, holey, or like underwear and like really old shoes and stuff. So that's that. I did not think at the beginning of this that I was going to end up parting with as much as I did, but then I also like initially going into this, I did not think that I had as much as I actually had. It just goes to show you that there are other things that slip through the cracks and end up hanging on. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a chunk of your day as I purge all of my clothes. If you'd like to come along with me for future decluttering projects, you are invited. I hope to see you in the next one. As always, I love you, have fun, and be kind.